These are my NXT Stand and Deliver 2025 predictions for the women's #1 contender spot for the women's tag titles. Even though Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade seem like the most likely team to win it because of how much effort they put in this story, I feel like it should be Lash and Jakara. Lash and Jakara has been a team that has been cooking for the longest of time, and they've been deserving of an opportunity moment to become tag team champions because they have been just so great of a team. They've been one of the pillars of the women's NXT tag division, so I think it's their time to get another title shot, women's tag team championships. Then we get into the D'Angelo family versus Dark State, and I feel like Dark State needs to win more. They are the newer group, and I feel like they need to win, potentially maybe a Stacks heel turn. Then we get into Fraxium versus Hank and Take for the NXT tag team championships, and even though I really want Fraxium to retain, I just feel like I want them to retain and lose to NQCC, but I just feel like Hank and Take has been so over, and they've been a good act, and the fans really love them. They just went through the gauntlet of all team, and I think this might end up being Hank and Tank's time to become your new NXT tag team champions. Then we get into the NXT North American Championship match of Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page, and I honestly feel like Ricky Saints should get the win. He recently become champion. The North American Championship feels super fresh right now, and I feel like he's a great person to keep the championship. Then we get to the women's North American title ladder match, and I was going to choose Soruka to be your new women's North American champion, which I feel like she should. She just recently won the Speed title. I'm not 100% sure if she's going to win, and so I think the best option is Thea Hale. You brought her back after months of being gone, and you should start the momentum of Thea Hale off hot, and I feel like she would be a great person to be your North American champion. I'm choosing Thea Hale to become your new women's North American champion. Then we get into the women's fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's Championship, and as much I feel like I would love to see each one of these women be champions, and this one's really tough for me to figure out who will become your new women's NXT champion, because to me, Julia, I want to keep the momentum of her recently new heel turn, and I feel like she didn't get to really have her full run as champion with that whole mix-up of the whole situation and the reports, and I feel like she needs that. At the same time too, Stephanie Vera Kurt is just so freaking over right now. She is one of the biggest stars. The fans love her, and just her being the face of this whole division is just so great. And as much as I love Stephanie as champion, I think it's Julia's time to regain her title. You have a great heel run as champion, and then it's a fatal 4-way so you can protect Stephanie from taking a loss, and we can build up to the eventual rematch where Stephanie will probably win it. I do think Julia will get her women's NXT championship back. Then we get to the main event, and that is Trick Williams, Devon Evans versus Obafemi for the NXT Championship. And I think Obafemi is going to retain his title in a banger of a triple threat match in the main event of Stand and